Yo, what's up everyone? GangstaLuigi613 here. Welcome back to another episode of GL6 Reacts, and today we are reacting to the Season 10 finale of Death Battle, Galactus vs. Unicron. As I've stated previously, I don't know a whole lot about either of these characters. I just know they're very big boys, and they destroy everything in their way. So I don't really know who to give the edge to because, like I said, I don't know much. I know Galactus has the Power Cosmic, which is stupid broken comic book powers. And he's maybe bigger, I don't know. I did watch a video about Unicron's size last week, but I don't know how big Galactus actually is. So, I just think this is going to be a very fun battle. I've been wanting to see it for a while, despite my lack of knowledge of the characters. So, it's Season 10 finale for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. So, if you like what you see and you'd like to see more, consider subscribing and then ringing the bell to make sure you're actually subscribed. And if you're feeling a little generous, why not donate a little money to my Ko-fi account? So, with all that being said, let's start the reaction in 3, 2, 1, play.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and Death Battle.
Huh. Oh, so is this going to be a thing from now on where we start with the fight graphic like that? I don't know if I like that, actually. I liked it in Goku Superman 3, but I don't know. Yo, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, let's go.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to
Superhero Squad Show 2? Oh, man. Rip that planet, by the way.
Boomstick, what is the nature of evil?
Oh, it's 3.5 beers too early for that kind of
Shout out to the Venture Bros.
Seriously, is the wolf that hunts
Yo,
the
B-Stars,
hare
let's go.
about the bear that
And we
kills
bear bears,
for the
sweet.
man that slays the bear?
Yo, that bear
Is it
moving.
evil or nature? Perhaps this question was on Gallon of Ta's mind as he hurtled toward the end of infinity.
I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around?
Eons ago, the planet Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end.
Always
I hate
sucks.
it when that happens.
The Ta'an scientist Gallon watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
By flying a ship into the sun, just like
glorious
Great-Grandpappy
purpose.
Boomstick, the crazy old coot. But instead of being vaporized on contact like Great-Grandpappy Boomstick, Gallon got bitten by a radioactive god.
As the last living thing left before the universe's end, Gallon was visited by the sentience of the multiverse, who merged with him as part of a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died, a new one was born, and the scientist Gallon was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the Ravager of Galaxies, Galactus.
I didn't know he was a person before. That's cool, actually.
G-Dog here is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel, baby. And
Marvel?
There's only one thing he wants to do: eat friggin' worlds.
Countless backstory
Galactus is
retcons.
so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality.
Oh,
In
wow.
truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself. The Power Cosmic.
Basically,
so he just is the Power Cosmic. Alright.
No good almighty ass-whooping god can go without. Sure, he can use it to blast your ass to unholy smithereens, but it's a lot more flexible, too.
Described as being in touch with every other living thing at once, the Power Cosmic allows one access to a near-infinite pool of knowledge and the ability to sense danger ahead of time.
I don't think there's a lot for him
He's
to
got
be afraid
Spidey
of.
sense.
He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
The Power Cosmic allows him fundamental
edits on those
control
panels
over
there.
life itself, manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or
Dummy
shrink
still
his
exists.
body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Weird.
Wait. He chooses to look like that?
Shout out to Marvel Snap, it's fun.
The species observing him, so a human sees a human Galactus, a Skrull Galactus, and so on.
Oh, that's so
it's
funny.
Just like how I see the world.
What are you staring at?
What matters most to me in the world. Awesome.
That's
no,
funny.
Not awesome. Very not awesome. At least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only have enough time to pray to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet.
Oh, I know what game that
absorbing its
is.
energy into himself, then moving on to his next meal.
Man, I guess his costume is appropriate because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man. You watched your whole planet die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
That's a good
It's
point.
not entirely his fault. Galactus's power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds.
Wow.
Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming plants or other animals.
Kinda like how I hunt squirrels because I hate each and every one of them.
No, categorically the exact opposite, actually. Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics, Galactus is bound by his hunger.
And that
I
hunger
see.
has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, too bad he
fight
lost to
with
the
other and the
zombies.
Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
While
Wow.
Galactus himself can comfortably cross countless light years in seconds,
the Living Tribunal.
some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time.
Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus's energy to destroy 2 whole universes.
Oh, I know
Even
that
after
character's
being
name.
Drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting
He's a recent
snap.
card in Marvel
Should
Snap.
he somehow be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power, Galactus crafted a device to solve all of his problems. The ultimate nullifier.
In case that
Okay.
name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target. An
Whoa.
extremely roundabout way of winning, but it works. That's exactly what happened when Galactus used it on the abstract god of
So
destruction.
it's a
Rex.
more efficient dematter gun from
Destroyed
Doctor
the
Who then.
god of destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like my therapist said, great things come in small packages.
And the nullifier was key to Galactus' first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The Ultimate Nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension.
Oh,
It
cool.
even had the safety on.
The
Maybe he
safety was
just
still
bored.
on.
After billions of years of cosmic genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal?
Yeah, so how are we gonna beat him? Yeah, so he just didn't have any weaknesses.
In
How
the
do we beat him?
beginning, Before heaven and earth,
Unicron,
before
you
light
best
and
bring
dark,
some
there
good
was
stuff to your
Unicron,
analysis here.
Created by the formless, primordial being known as the One to explore the
This is gonna be
fledgling
fun learning more
multiverse,
about
Unicron
Transformers stuff.
instead decided to consume everything.
Dude, come on! Bad Unicron! Bad God! Bad!
The One decided to split Unicron into 2 beings. One of
Okay.
order and hope known as Primus, and the other of chaos and evil known as Unicron. Again.
Like all good sibling rivalries, they pushed each other's shit in over the fate of all existence. That is, until the goody little two-shoes Primus tricked his bro into imprisoning
Okay.
their souls in giant asteroids. Classic sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Primus terraformed his asteroid into what
Oh,
will
I
later
forgot
be
to look
known
at both
as
their
the planet
heights for this, dang it.
Cybertron, while Unicron did something different.
Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into a giant badass robot Satan. He's literally the first Transformer.
And with this new
Unicron's
body,
so
Unicron
cool
would
looking.
travel the cosmos, consuming planet after planet and universe after universe.
No matter who wins
Not
or loses,
necessarily because of any
Unicron
hunger
looks
or
more
need,
cool.
But because
Let's
Unicron
all admit.
is the physical
Shake?
embodiment of death and destruction. He is literally programmed to destroy everything.
God's
All right.
gotta do what a god's gotta
Sounds
do.
about right.
And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him.
Unicron can mentally dominate
Gotcha.
an entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp the fabric of space and time, and even manipulate matter itself.
So
Okay,
even
so
if
they're
his
both
big
matter
robot body is
manipulators.
damaged or
Gotcha.
destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful and produces its own energy source, Dark Energon.
Unicron
Okay.
is so evil that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction.
That's
like
cool.
unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This Dark Energon
I like
will corrupt
giant
any
robot that
consumes
eats
it,
planets
turning
can
them
just
into a
summon
puppet of
sword.
Unicron himself.
That's so funny
It's
to me.
also obviously the opposite of regular Energon, which is created by Primus and what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron
They're just
basically
chugging
runs
away
on
at
the
those
opposite of
cubes.
life. If he's death as a big robot, can he even be killed?
Not by any conventional means. Even
Okay.
the destruction of his spark isn't guaranteed to end him. He will continue to exist as a necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime
Wow.
he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe. In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies, TV, and comics are the same Unicron.
Unicron is a literal force of nature.
Huh.
You can't reason with a hurricane that hates you. All you can do
Hurricane
is see
that
it and
hates
get
you.
the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna stop until you and everyone you know is DED dead. His mere presence drove an entire planet insane.
I was trying to be poetic before, but
That's cool.
This is what evil is. Incomprehensible, undeniable, inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time.
The Chaos
All right.
Bender is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time continuum and can erase galaxies from existence just by strolling by.
To be clear, it isn't the force he's generated.
Alright, so
by
he's got
moving
some-
that
he's got some
destroys
power
things.
to him.
It's his existence. His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time cannot fathom Unicron's presence.
Holy
That's
cow,
cool.
dude. No wonder he was able to devour nearly a quarter of the entire multiverse, one universe at a time.
Estimates for the size of the Transformers multiverse vary, from over 15 quadrillion universes to an infinite number of universes, branching timelines, and planes of existence.
Okay.
And who better to portray
Those
a being who
turtles?
brings death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
The Transformers movie has always been celebrated
Yo, the critic.
for its excellence. I say,
Despite that unbelievable power, the Chaos
What a
Bringer's
weird
almighty
cutaway.
rampage through reality has been halted a number of times, usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of Primus himself, and the embodiment of all hope and light in the universe.
are you telling me that Robo-Satan was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget beer. I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein.
As the abstract idea of evil actualized, any notion of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible
Okay.
to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers like Optimus Prime, Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes of defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself,
Wow.
destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You can't kill Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every
That's a good
petty
question.
act of violence, every war, every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in our own annihilation.
Alright,
Unicron's not
that's
just some
awesome.
comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
Yeah, I agree, Wiz. Ugh.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Death Battle. That's
How does
called
Death Battle
synergy,
sponsor
right,
itself?
Liz?
By popular demand, Death Battle the game is finally back and available
Oh,
for pre-order
finally.
this December.
Ever wanted to live out your very own
I've
Death
been
Battle?
very
with
interested
you
in
as
this
the
game. I've never been able to find
Of course
videos
you
about
have.
it.
Death Battle the game is a fast-paced head-to-head card and dice game where players, well, battle to the death.
Are you deadly enough to win a death battle?
The first player to eliminate all of their opponent's cards wins.
Who will be
I think
the
this game would
last
be really
one
fun to
standing?
play.
With
Might have
100
to try to
weapon,
get it
armor,
one
and
day.
skill cards, there are tons of
It
options
sounds like I
for
can.
character creation. Oh, and who could forget 50 custom dice?
If you know
Ooh.
someone who just can't get
We
enough
love
of the
custom dice
pulse-pounding
here.
battles between fiction's deadliest characters, and sometimes its silliest, this is the perfect gift.
Pre-order your copy of Death Battle the Game.
Wow, this is cool.
December and ring in the new year with your favorite internet show.
I don't know. I
brought to
kind of want to give
Go
the win to Galactus because he's got that ultimate nullifier thing, which just sounds like erase button. But
All right, the
I don't know.
is set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for the death battle you've been asking for forever!
so true, Broomstick. So true. Oh, this is gonna be good.
As all things must, your world has come to an end.
Oh, this is already so cool looking. Oh, it looks so good.
This planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus,
Can't-
destroyer of worlds.
Can't split it in half.
Thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
Alright, that's kind of goofy looking, but I like it. Oh, he looks so cool, though.
Madness, so quick to repay for Oblivion's embrace.
I am Oblivion.
Is it weird I think they'd be bigger? Like, I don't see planets being bigger than them in any regard. That's better. That's, yep. Shut me up, why don't you? Self-beam. Self-beam again.
I am the Power Cosmic Incarnate, not so easily felled.
Again, you died to some zombies, dude. I mean, granted, Unicron died to a couple Transformers, but still.
No devourer, transforming.
Oh?
Beg not for mercy, behold.
Oh, he looks even cooler.
Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
Oh, that's so cool looking. He's just punching through galaxies and multiverses. That's sick.
Galactus meets your challenge. Here's your goal. This world will bring destruction to it all.
I am destruction, pure finality. In first and last, true immortality.
This has to end with one of them eating the other, right? I didn't want to say it at first, but it's like, it's gotta end that way, right? Absorbing their energy and whatnot.
Patience left. Return thy dreams into the void where none may hear your screams. You know not the power which you command.
Of course I do. Your death I thus demand.
Oh, he took it and used it on himself. That's so cool.
Finally, I have won.
I've seen your power, bringer of chaos. Yet by my vigor thou hast much need. Witness the last fate that awaits you thus. For almighty Galactus must now feed.
Wait, what?
We know Galactus and Unicron were beings who could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe, unbound by
Okay,
time,
no, hold on,
they
I'm
and each other
confused.
matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time, devouring them one by one.
While Galactus' battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to mention, Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
Okay.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a big fish in a relatively small pond. Relative to Marvel, at least.
That might sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past, Galactus technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Gallon. And he's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite Unicron being able to survive the destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Sounds like somebody you know? Even
Okay.
against someone like that, the good old Ollie Nully had no problem erasing him from reality. And the same would happen to Unicron, while Galactus could always hide in that pocket dimension, just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If you thought Galactus was going down in this fight, you were Unicron.
That
The
was
winner
terrible.
is
Broomstick.
Galactus. Season 10's done, but season
All right.
11 is on the way. Thanks so much for watching, and especially
What do we
thanks
got
to
for
our
season
channel members for
11?
being
Let's
champions
see what
this year.
happens.
Get ready for more Death Battle in 2024.
Okay, we got some the Fool, Death, oh no! Oh, hold on. Those tarot cards made me think. Oh no, we're gonna get Joker versus Giorno next season. Oh my. Alright, I kind of really want to look through that season 11 thing again, but we gotta talk about Unicron versus Galactus first. So, good battle. Not denying it. And I don't necessarily disagree with the result. I don't. I just think the ending was kind of weak, unfortunately. Like, everything was so grand and epic in scale, and it was so cool. And then it kind of ended. Like, granted, I don't know how they could have made it work better, but it just felt abrupt. And I don't like when death battles feel abrupt unless it's for a joke. Unless it's like a humorous, like, oh, haha, stopped, you know? But, like I said, I don't necessarily disagree with the result. Like, I think what bugs me more about it is Galactus just happened to have a win button, I guess, with the Ultimate Nullifier. I mean, granted, it didn't really do much in the fight, but I know the fight isn't technically what happens or whatnot. Like, the animation itself isn't like, oh, this is exactly how it goes down, or whatever they've said and copped out before with that response. But I don't know. I kind of felt like Unicron had it, and it was like, alright, that's pretty cool. Unicron gets the win. I like that. But then Galactus just kind of shows back up, and he's all white for some reason, like he's Raven. And then he wins. He just sticks his hands out and wins. I don't know, just I hate it when episodes have, like, an ending that just just doesn't make the feel. Just doesn't feel good. You know, I hate that. Like, granted, like I said, not a bad episode. I loved learning about their characters and backstories and whatnot. That's so cool. Like, I had no idea Galactus was a person before he was Galactus. I didn't know Unicron was the devil. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. And like I said, everything until Galactus comes back to end the fight, great, amazing, perfect. I loved it. But then Galactus comes back and wins, and it's just kind of... yeah, alright, I guess. So, I really didn't want to end this episode and season on like such a mixed, meddled response like I am, but I'm not sure what to say really. It was great, very great, until it wasn't. Okay, I will say this. That does not make this episode horrible. This episode is not, like, the worst. It just had a bad ending, in my personal opinion. It had a not-so-great ending, so maybe there was, like, some context I missed. Maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe I just feel bad for Transformers. I don't know. I do feel a little bad for Transformers. They had 2 episodes this season, and it didn't work out for either of them, did it? But yeah, no, this episode's still fun. I still really enjoyed it. It's just that ending just kind of makes me feel, yeah, all right, I guess. I can't really argue with it, you know? So, if I had to give this episode a score, my brain's initially saying 8. Like, I think it should be a 9, but I feel like it's more in an 8 territory. I don't know. It's 8.5, just to make it easier on myself. Also, I think I gave Goku Superman an 8 last time. That was wrong. That episode's a 9. Goku Superman 3, 9. Galactus Unicron, 8.5. I think that's fair. But now, we gotta talk about Season 11. Now, we all know that Wily vs. Tom is happening. That episode won the poll. Good for it. I'm glad it won. I'm glad it beat Kratos Asura. Not because I don't want Kratos Asura, but because I know we're going to get Kratos Asura eventually, so why put it in the poll to begin with? The tournament to begin with? It shouldn't have gotten as far as it did, because, like, they're gonna do the episode. There's no way they're not going to do the episode. Hells, I honestly think Kratos Asura is gonna happen mid-season next Season 11. I'll bet money on that. Probably won't bet money on that, but still yet. Anyways, I would like to see this Season 11 teaser once more, because there's some things I want to analyze. Okay, so it starts with a card thing launching a beam. I don't recognize the symbol, and I don't recognize what that's from, but it's live action. So, big guess, I'm gonna say Kamen Rider. I don't know why. I don't know anything about Kamen Rider, but I'm feeling Kamen Rider. I don't know why, though. I'll have to ask some people I know that are Kamen Rider guys, and they'll tell me. So Season 11 on Death Battle, and then we have tarot cards. Starting with the Fool, going into Death, into the World. So, I truly think this is indicating that we're gonna get Joker versus Giorno next season. Because Season 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders introduced stands, and all the first 12, 13 of them were based off tarot cards, obviously. You have Iggy's Fool, Death 13, Dio's The World. Alright? And Persona is obviously heavily related to the tarot card energies. You play as the Trickster, who happens to be the Fool, in, I think, all three, Persona 3, 4, and 5. I've only played 5, so... But you have, you know, you have Joker as the Fool, Takemi as Death, and the World is what you get at the end of Persona 5 after you beat Yaldabaoth. I've never remember how to say his name properly, I'm so sorry. But there's probably something hidden in the iconography. I can never say that word properly. Iconography. No. What? The pictures. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Okay, I saw a triangle for a split second there. And I see the Family Feud logo on the side here? What? Hold on. This would be so much easier if I had this in my video editor. So I think 1000% the tarot cards indicate Joker Giorno. That battle, oh boy. Okay, let's frame by frame this. I have no idea what this is indicating to me. I'm looking at green, black, and white. There's shapes. I don't know what this is. There's blue. I saw a face. There's the moon, I guess? I think that's the moon. There's something red there. That's gonna be the one I have to, like, freeze frame and put up a screenshot of and be like, oh, it's this. And the one you voted for, Tom Wiley versus Tom, that's gonna be great. 2024, it's gonna be a good season. Just get one more quick little look through. Heck, I might make this its own video if I have to. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to. And I like how they're showing off Season 10. There's something hidden in the TV, too. I know there is. That's the last thing I was looking for. So yeah, I might make a follow-up video on that little teaser. Because I am highly invested and intrigued. There's a few future Death Battle videos I need to be making. A few past ones at that, too, actually. So, let's hope. Gods above, I hope I can get those made soon. They need to have been made already. But Season 10 overall, oh my gosh, this season is if not the best season Death Battle's had. And that's saying something because Death Battle's had a lot of good seasons. They've had a couple bad ones, couple seasons where it's like, oh, there's some missteps here. But when they hit their stride, when they are on their high and are good, they are good, I promise you. This season, the lowest episode is like a 5, I think, in my personal opinion. And that's, like, not the best score, but better than a 3, you know? So, yeah, no, this season, really great. Maybe a season ranking is in the near future. That would be cool to see, I think. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments what you want to see, because if I can get this Death Battle stuff made, I am going to be making a lot of content on Death Battle. Even more so than just these reactions. But with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I've been your most wonderful host, GangstaLuigi613. I have been GL6. And I shall see you all in the next show. I think I'm going to have to go get myself something to eat, because that battle actually did make me a little hungry. So, peace out. Bang.